So you want to check out an interesting map. This map is unique. It's called Peaceful Acres, and it is a little peaceful. You are set in central Pennsylvania. Let's just take a look around. But it's got some unique things that you don't see on other maps. You got an international truck here. You got a decent sized farm. You got Walter there staring at me. Follow me. Decent sized farmhouse that looks really familiar. And you got several tractors. You start out pretty good here, even though you don't have a lot of big land. You start out with some big equipment. So you got this tractor, the John Deere 8R410, has 458 horsepower. Well, look at this. There's more tractors. You got another John Deere. The difference is this is not on tracks, but it also has 450 horsepower. And you have another John Deere 8R410 and another John Deere 8R410, not on tracks. So you got one on tracks, three not on tracks. That's a lot of powerful tractors. That's pretty cool. Now what I did, I ended up selling one so I could buy the one on tracks, so I could buy some more equipment. You got a Kloss 8900, which is a pretty good size. It's got 790 horsepower, holds a good bit of stuff. You have a large plow. You got the Brantner Power Tube, which is a good sized trailer. You have a very large forest wagon, the Bergman. You have a very large cultivator. You have a fertilizer and lime spreader. And you have the largest seeder. So you start out with some pretty good equipment. You don't have a planter. Now you have a bale storage barn over here, but it doesn't have hay or anything. It has mineral feed, silage additive, herbicide, lime, solid fertilizer, and seeds to get you started, which is pretty cool. So you can load up all your stuff with that. You have a very large silo here. This thing holds, well, not very large. It holds 2 million, so you got a large silo. But that's not all. I'll show you some more stuff here in a minute. You got this field here with canola in it. It's about 8.5 acres of canola. Okay, you got another field over here with wheat. This is about 5.25 acres of wheat. And you got another one here with barley, and this is about 7.25 acres of barley. So those are the 3 fields that you own. Let me show you where we are on the map. Okay, we are here, and you're surrounded by trees. Okay, you don't own the trees, though. You own those 3 fields and your farm area. Let's run back to your farm real quick. Okay, I didn't go this far, but you do have a workshop and a pressure washer, which is cool. Just need to add a fuel tank. And you got that little storage shed that's just for decoration. All right, now the map is unique. I said it's unique, and it is. Let me show you something. If you go to Productions, look at all the stuff you own. Okay, you start out owning the grain mill. That's why you got grain in there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 greenhouses, large greenhouses. Okay, so you want to get some water in those and get them turned on. One of the reasons you have them is you have the preserved food factory. Okay, so you could set the greenhouses on the stuff to make kimchi. Okay, and to do that, you're going to need Napa cabbage, garlic, spring onions, and chili peppers. And you can get all that from greenhouses. So that's kind of cool. And you own a spinnery. Okay, and we'll see why you have that here in just a second. All right, now what we're going to do, this is how you go out of here. So we'd go down this road, and it's kind of treacherous with I have a semi now, and coming around here is kind of treacherous. But you come up here and it gets a little more open. These are some potential fields to buy right here. They're pretty large. Just as an example, that one's 16 acres. Oh, I'm sorry, 15.5 acres of field. That one's 27 acres of field. And 17.6 acres of field. Here's the shop area. where you work on and pick up your stuff. We're going to take a look around. Now, if you come this way and go down here, there's the spinnery that you own. There's the preserved food factory that you own. And the grain mill that you own. You own all that. And then behind here you have the dairy. There you go. So that's kind of cool that you have this stuff. And let me show you something else. So you own this little row right here of productions. And then if you come over here, you pretty much have another farm, okay? You have 3 small chicken pens. They hold 30 chickens each. Comes with like 10 chickens. Okay, you got another 2 million capacity silo there, 2 million liters. You have a cow barn over here for dairy cows, and it comes with 60 cows, and it holds 211. 211. Now, caution there, that's more than the normal capacity of this barn. So what you need to do is go to the end of the day and feed them before you go to sleep at night. Okay, or else you're going to run out of food once you get it full. Okay, you got to pick up your slurry over here. Milk's on the other side. You got a manure basin already, which is cool. And you have some sheep, which is awesome. Okay, you have 30 sheep. It holds 98. You might want to put some of those as goats. And the wool is spawning over here. That's pretty cool. So this is your other area there. Okay, and it's pretty cool. It has some lights around here. You got some grassy areas you could cut. No fields with grass. You cannot take these bunker silos out for whatever reason. They wouldn't come out. These have a lot of charm, but you might want to take them out and put one chicken pen. It's going to be more efficient, easier to take care of. Okay, like there's your production row there. There's the farmer's market, which is a point of sale. There's the shop to the left. Over here you got Buc-ee's, the gas station. You have another type of grain mill. It's a point of sale. You don't own that one. You got a warehouse over here, bakery over here, and you might want to get that once you get the start making some flour there. And you got your biogas plant over here. So the fields are pretty large. The biggest one's like 63 acres. Not a whole lot of real small ones. So they're decent size, medium to large. The map's not huge. Has some charm to it. I like the dirt roads running between the fields. So this is your area over here where your farm is kind of contained in here. I'm guessing that's why it's called Peaceful Acres, because you got a few acres in here and it's contained. But you have all this other land out here that you can expand to, and you have a tremendous amount of productions. Okay, let's look at your equipment. We looked at this already. Your large seeder, the Bergman, which holds almost 50 cubic meters. You got a lime and fertilizer spreader. The Brantner Trader is 46 cubic meters. This header is 10.8 wide. Not the biggest one, but it's not on the small end either. It's pretty good size. This harvester holds 18,000 liters, which is toward the upper end. You got the old International pickup truck. You got these big John Deere tractors and this big plow there that you need 360 horsepower to pull it. And of course you have that. You got your pressure washer, and you do have a trailer for your header. And you got this large cultivator, and that's it. That's your equipment. Let me just show you what I did with this map. Okay, I forgot to mention, just north of the farmer's market are all your 8 greenhouses in an array there. And then you have a water source here. So you could just get a tank and start pulling that and filling those up right away. Okay, this is my map. I'm a few months away from having 4 years on the map. I've added this fuel tank here. I added this big sprayer. and the other kind of fertilizer spreader, because I like having lime in one and fertilizer in the other, so I don't have to switch back and forth. I got the absolute largest planter here. This thing is a gem. Vaderstat Tempo K24. You need 360 horsepower to pull it. Of course, we have that. It's a nice big planter there. I did buy a semi. I got the Volvo with the crampy trailer on the back. I got the same harvester. However, I got the same cultivator. I bought a baler for my straw. I still got the lime spreader. I bought this little sprayer for these fields. And that's it for this area. Let's hop over to the other stuff. Okay, and I'm at the shop, and one reason I'm here is to show you this. This is field 30, and you can purchase that for free. But when you do, you own the roads and the shop area, okay, which is kind of cool. It does some things for if you want to change your road a little bit, you can. And then I added a water source here because it's nice and flat since I own it now for free. And I put this water distributor and a tank here with this little cheap tractor to feed all my greenhouses. Now I know on PC you can do the automatic watering, but this little gizmo right here combined with a trailer and the well works on console also, so I'm used to doing that even though I'm recording this on PC. I have purchased the largest case harvester, and I keep it here because I have these fields over here. So I have this field, he's planting some oats right now, and I have this field over here with sorghum in there. Then I have my regular fields just like they started. Okay, and let's hop over to here. I added this bale storage barn mainly for straw because I do so much grain I end up with a lot of straw. I have plopped down a dairy right here because these are dairy cows, and I get a lot of milk and buffalo milk from here. I have the largest mixer wagon, and I purchased one of the versatile tractors, the 255, just to play around with that, but it pulls my mixing wagon. So I have some sheep and goats in here. I got a small tractor there for hay with a little trailer. I got it automatically sending the wool to the spinnery. I have added this Merlot telehandler, and I like the Merlot for bale handling, and I like it because you can use it as a tractor too to pull some stuff around. Okay, I have a thing here for manure. I got a milk tank here and a small International 423 tractor to pull that around. And that's the other part of my farm. Now, what I did with the productions, okay, I now have a bakery. I purchased a dairy. You already had the grain mill. I kept my greenhouses, but I changed them to just various stuff. But I got rid of the vegetable thing because I made more money just off the greenhouses than I was making for just kimchi. Now, if you want to keep the vegetable thing, production facility, and if you're making rice and stuff and putting it in there, that's okay. You'll come out. But I wasn't that big yet, so I could always go back and buy it again. And that's pretty much my farm. So like I say, I was thinking about, I got a lot of eggs over here I got to take to the market. I was thinking about taking these things and getting one chicken house, but it's kind of cool like it is. And there you go. That's my farm. I'm Farmer Teacher. Share this with your farming buddies. If you got any questions, this is Peaceful Acres in Pennsylvania, the United States of America. And I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.